Hi guys, I had to leave today because I got sick. So I'm going to use this video to explain your assignment for today. We're going to be storyboarding the lottery, and storyboarding is basically, it looks like a comic strip almost, but writers use this, film directors use this, comic book writers use this technique to outline their stories, and it's kind of cool. And some extra features for like big movies, sometimes they'll show you the storyboards, so it's like drawings with writing on them of exactly what's going to happen in a certain scene, and then the next scene and the next. And sometimes they'll show you the storyboards, and then they'll show you the actual scene from the movie, so you can see how close they actually follow the storyboards. So storyboards are pretty cool, but you guys are going to use this one to show me that you understand the different plot stages of the lottery. So you should be at this website. Kind of just follow my directions for this. I'm going to show you how to create an account as a student, and then I'll show you the assignments. So we're going to click log on up here in the right corner. We're going to say that we're new, and then we are going to click terms and conditions and the privacy policy. Yes, we have read it, blah, blah, blah. Just lie. Then we're going to click on the red Google button. That way you won't have to retype all of your stuff. So this screen you're not going to see because I already created an account for those students, but right now this is the screen that you should see. It should say allow. So we go ahead and click that. Next we are at this screen, so let's pause the video now and just make sure that everyone gets to this screen, and as soon as everyone is on this screen, you guys can press play again and I will give you the further directions. So at this time, please pause the video. Okay, so everyone is ready to type this. Please follow along closely because my name is easy to misspell. So under school and teacher name, you're going to type ALAINAPEREZ 73197. ALAINAPEREZ 73197. In the access key, you're going to type the word window and then 805, no spaces. Then you're going to type your full name, and I'm pretending to be Haley here. Make sure you get all the spelling correct. You're going to hit join now. Okay, so if you have trouble getting to this point, just kind of wait and listen closely and don't panic, because Ms. Becker or the substitute teacher will help you log on once I'm done with this directions video. So just kind of listen closely and we'll catch you up later. Okay, so if you're at this screen, this is what you're going to see. This is called your dashboard. It's your home page, and you'll be able to see all the storyboards that you create here. You're going to scroll down to this. Actually, you're going to scroll down to like over here in a second, but let's watch this video together because it's going to give you some clues. Actually, we're going to talk about the assignments first, then we'll watch the video, okay? So, you see the lottery 2, the lottery 4, and then level 3 is down here. So you're going to choose which level you want to do. Obviously, level 2 is easier than level 4. But because you guys are having 2 days to do this, I recommend you guys do the level 4. I'm going to explain each one, though, so you can make a choice. So, level 2, you see the first 3 stages of the plot of the lottery is in this top row here. They have the exposition, the conflict, and the rising action, and then they have a description of each stage, what's happening in the story at that time in the text box beneath. So these 3 are already done. You don't need to mess with them at all. The bottom 3, I've removed some of the images and some of the text from these frames down here for you to fill in. So if you think about the climax of the story is when Tessie figures out that she is the one who drew the black dot, and she realizes that she's about to be stoned to death. So you're going to have to put Tessie in here, maybe looking upset and scared. The resolution of the story is obviously when they're killing Tessie, so you're going to want to put a bloody dead body right here and make it as, you know, detailed as you want it to, because I'm going to print off the best ones of these in color and put them on the wall. So dead Tessie here. Between these two stages we have falling action. So if you look down here, it says Tessie begins to scream that it's not fair, it's not right. The villagers begin to pick up the stones they'd gathered earlier and form a circle around Tessie. They want to get this over with before noon dinner. So you're going to put some villagers in here gathering stones, put some rocks in their hands, and you can put them moving closer to Tessie or something like that. So these other two text boxes under climax and resolution you need to fill in with some sentences describing the events of the story during that plot stage. Okay, so that's level 2. We'll check out level 3 next. As you can see, the first 3 stages are still here for you, just like in level 2, but the big difference is in these 3 top ones, it says to add a quote here. If you guys look to the side of the classroom on the whiteboard, it says level 3. And we learned how to cite quotations from the outsiders by putting the page number in the parentheses, but because the lottery is not the original copy, we don't have page numbers to cite. So when you cite something without page numbers, you put the quote in quotations just like it has on the board, and then in the parentheses you would write Jackson, because Shirley Jackson is the author, comma 1948, because that's the year that the story was published. Then make sure you put your period after the parentheses. So you're going to add a quote for each of these 3 boxes here that is from that stage of the lottery. So you're going to go back to your Google Classroom here. And I just want you to open up the lottery assignment because it has the link to the story. And it's kind of nice that this is a PDF file, because what you can do is you can just copy and paste the quotes. On your computers, Control-C and Control-V are copy and paste. So then you would just click on this text box and paste the quote in here and make sure to add that citation in parentheses and add the quotation marks. That's all you have to do on the top 3. So obviously these bottom 3 panels are completely blank, which means you need to add the background, the characters, the objects, all the images yourself. Then you also need to add a description of the events of that stage and then also a quote. So all 6 of these panels are going to have a quote from the story and a description of the events. Once you guys are finished with this one, you're just going to hit save at the bottom of your screen, and that's all that you need to do for level 3. Let's talk about level 4. Obviously it's blank. You're going to have to create the entire storyboard yourself. Again, you have 2 days to do this, so I would encourage you to try to do the 4 so that you can get a good score and raise your GPA up. Because, oh yeah, we're doing GPAs again. Alright, so moving on. This is level 4. The only thing I need to explain, besides the fact that you need to fill it all in with images and descriptions, is to look back at the whiteboard, the side whiteboard, and where it says level 4, the difference between level 3 and level 4 quotes is that level 3 you just have to put the quote at the end of your description of the events. And then with level 4, I want you to try to embed the quote inside of a sentence. Put the quote in a sentence, don't just drop it at the end of the description. So on the whiteboard it says, in this scene in Jackson's The Lottery, Tessie screams, "It's not fair!" And then I put 1948 in parentheses with a period afterward. I didn't have to put Jackson in the parentheses because I already said her name in the first part of the sentence. So that's the difference between level 3 and level 4. I'll show you a couple things here. This is the save button. Make sure that you save it. As soon as you hit save, I can see it. You can edit it again. Okay, so let's go back and watch that video that actually shows you how to do all this stuff. So I'm just going to go back until I find it. If you need to rewatch this video, it's just on your dashboard page in the middle of it above the templates. So let's watch this video together about how to create a storyboard.
Welcome to Storyboard That's Getting Started video. Creating a storyboard with Storyboard That is simple and fun with our intuitive drag and drop interface. To get you started, we're going to create a basic storyboard about my morning. First, select a scene you would like to add. We have hundreds of scenes organized in categories like around town, home, school, and even historical. Since this is about my morning, I'm going to start by adding a scene from the home category, a basic bathroom. Notice how the scene automatically fills the entire cell? This means no fussing with lining up edges. Now, let's add a character. We have hundreds of characters to choose from. I'm going to choose this female character here. First thing I'm going to do is color her using the color selector. There are many options for hair, eye, and skin color in pre-made palettes, but you also have the option to use the complete color selection tool for even more customization. Now that she's all colored, I can move on to posing her. We offer quick insta poses, like speaking, angry, and walking, various others. Or for more detailed posing, you can go on Edit Pose and manipulate the character more in depth. In our character poser, you can change lots of things. For head, you can tilt from left to right. For the expression, you can choose a set of eyes and mouth that shows the emotion you want. For arms, choose the arms to hold an item or show a particular pose. Lastly, for legs, you can choose legs for standing, walking, sitting, or even nervousness. Hovering your mouse over the poses in the menu will give you some great use suggestions. Since my character is going to be brushing her teeth in the mirror, I'm going to pose her in the 3/4 angle, with her arms up and her head tilted down slightly. Now this action seems a little lacking. What we need is a prop. Props and images can be easily searched for and found using our search bar. There are tens of thousands of images to search for so that you can find the perfect item. I'm in need of a toothbrush, so I enter toothbrush into the search bar and select one that I like from the given options. I can click and drag it into the scene, and now change the size and orientation by using the transform box and flip tool. Now that I am all set with that, it's time to add text. To do this, I can click on the Textables tab and select either the freeform text tool or a word bubble of my choosing. I like this one in particular. After pulling it into the scene, you can see that you now have the option to type, change the font, and text size. Play around with these options to get the right feel for your storyboard. Now I'm going to complete my storyboard by dragging and dropping scenes and characters that will tell my story. In the second scene, my character is on a subway. Instead of having to find her again in the character directory, I'm going to copy her. I can now pose her to hold onto the rail or pose her to sit down. I will add additional characters in the background to give the cell a nice full feeling. In the final panel, I'm going with a work scene. I can sit my character in the chair. However, the computer screen looks a bit bare, so how about we explore the Upload feature to add a custom graphic. Clicking the Upload button will bring me to my computer, where I can select an image to upload to my storyboard. Storyboard That supports JPEGs, PNGs, GIFs, and bitmaps. Let's go with this nice Storyboard That logo. Once it's uploaded, it will show up in the image bank of uploaded files. Since my image is uploaded, I can grab it and place it on the computer screen in my scene. Now, I'm going to save my storyboard. Once you click the Save button, this little save dialog will pop up, and you can add your storyboard's title and description. I'm naming mine My Day. And there you have it, a completed storyboard. Saved to...
Okay, so I have like 30 seconds to show you some tips and kind of emphasize. So Haley, I'm going to make a storyboard on your account, but I'll delete it later. Alright, so let's see. There's all these categories of backgrounds. I'm going to choose something crazy just for the example. This is a hobbit hole and I love it. Okay, so you can edit the scene. You can make it nighttime. You can make it snowing. You can make the door open. You can turn the lights on inside. So just hit update scene. And then I'm going to add a character really quick. Oh my gosh, I have like 10 seconds. Okay, we have this girl. You can change her hair color, skin color, eye makeup color, jewelry, dress color. Edit pose down here. You can do instant poses, and you can change their the way they're standing and whatnot.